For the last 11 and a half years, Josh Reichert has served as a committed educator of the Raytown High School community. You may know him as the Friday night voice of Raytown at home basketball games and football games. Or maybe you know him as the man who is the master behind the Lead Defeat initiative for this district. Or perhaps you know him as the guy who organizes all those great student council events, or the teacher leader, or that great Algebra 2 teacher upstairs helping build the young minds of tomorrow. Josh wears many hats at Raytown High School, and in each time he puts on one of those hats, I continue to be amazed at how fantastic of a job he does in helping students and our community be better tomorrow than we were today. A few of the highlights that I have mentioned I want to talk a little bit more about that just are truly amazing things to think about an educator taking on. A few years ago, I was contacted by the secretary of David Novak, who is a Raytown graduate and is a former CEO of Yum Brands, which owns like Pepsi and KFC and all of those brands. And he started an initiative, a program called Lead Defeat, and they were doing these they were trying to get high schools involved in the program, and so I kind of pitched the idea to Josh and thought, maybe this is something student council wants to do. You know, they can do a little service project, and it'll be good for the kids, and there's some leadership, skills that go along with that. Josh took that, what I thought would be, some little project they would do, a little canned food drive in the front of the school, and have turned it into a district-wide initiative. And yes, a lot of students worked on that. But behind all of that was one person pulling all those strings, pushing and nudging those kids down a path, getting opportunities for them to sit in front of many of the leaders in this building and talk to them about what they can do for kids. And it's an immense project. And if you're not aware, the first 2 years we were semifinalists, which resulted in the Raytown Emergency Assistance Program receiving $10,000 each year from the Lead Defeat Foundation, and Raytown High School Student Council receiving $5,000 each year for technology grants. And it's Lead Defeat Week, Hunger Games, this week, where we are once again tackling it. So we will be collecting cans at the door, and if you don't have cans, we take cash too.
Sorry, I forgot to send out the email, my bad.
This is just one example of the many amazing things that Josh Reichert does for Raytown High School. In the classroom and as a teacher leader, he works to mentor not only the students who sit in front of him, but also the teachers who teach down the hall from him. He helps guide them to be better educators, just like he helps guide his students to be better, more learned individuals in the classroom. A few years ago, we really focused hard on creating question-rich environments in our classroom and creating opportunities for us not to tell students what to do, but to ask them to activate their prior learning to figure out what to do. And still to this day, it infuriates some of Josh's kids, but when presented with a question, when you go to his classroom and see kids ask him or talk to him, he rarely ever gives them the answer. Instead, he asks them a question, because he knows that creating an environment where you cause kids to have to think, as opposed to just giving them the answer to the question, will embed the learning deeper in their psyche and make them a more capable learner long after they depart from his classroom. Josh is the banner keeper of spirit at Raytown High School. He has a deep, abiding passion for wanting every kid to be proud of being a Blue Jay, and every teacher and every person who walks through the door to know that this is a great school full of great kids who have a long tradition and history of pride. And I am so pleased and proud to call him a Teacher of the Year and to call him my colleague, because he truly is a remarkable educator who is so deeply committed to the students of Raytown and this community. So, the Raytown High School Teacher of the Year, Josh Reichert.